Hi friends, today we will start with the chapter classification of plants. This is first chapter of science part 2. Now in last year we have seen classification and we have also seen some Whittaker's five kingdom classification. In that we have seen kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom fungi, isn't it? In the same way, here classification of specially we will say about the plants. How plants are classified. First of all, this plants kingdom is known as kingdom Plantae. In this, the group of autotrophic living organisms having eukaryotic cells with cell wall is the group of plants. Plants have become autotrophic as they grow as they can perform photosynthesis with the help of chlorophyll. Living organisms of kingdom Plantae are the main source of food for all other living organisms. See, only plants can prepare the food. No one animal or human being can prepare their own food, only plants. And moreover, plants, those who are having chlorophyll, only those plants can prepare their own food. And plants are the only main source of energy or main source of food for all other living organisms. So they are called as the producers also. Producers. That means they are producing the food. Now we will see the basis for classification. On what basis this classification takes place? The presence or absence of organs in the first criterion for classification of plants means whether the reproductive organs are present or not, presence or absence of organ is the first criterion for classification of plants. The presence or absence of separate conducting tissue for conduction of water and food is the next consideration for classification. Do the plants bear seeds? If they do, then whether the seeds are enclosed in a fruit or not is also an important criterion for classification. Finally, plants are grouped depending upon the number of cotyledons in the seed. At the higher levels of plants classification, different characteristics are considered for classification. For example, depending upon the absence or presence of flowers, fruits, and seeds, plants are classified as cryptogams or phanerogams. Depending upon whether the seeds are enclosed within a fruit or not, phanerogams are classified as gymnosperms and angiosperms. Angiosperms are further classified as monocots or dicots depending upon the number of cotyledon in the seed. Now we will see what is cryptogams. Search for a pond with a greenish water. Collect some of the green fibers from the water. Put the fibers in a petri dish and wash them clean with water. Put one of the fiber in a drop of water on a glass slide and spread it out straight. Put a cover slip over the slide. Observe under a compound microscope. Do you see the spirally arranged green thread like chloroplast in the cells in that straight fiber? This plant is known as Spirogyra. See, these are the cryptogams. Now, after that, there is division 1, that is Thallophyta. Another division is division 2, Bryophyta. Division 3, Pteridophyta. Today we will just discuss about the Thallophyta. These plants mainly grow in water. This group of plants which do not have specific parts like root, stem, leaves, flowers, but are autotrophic due to the presence of chlorophyll is called algae. Algae show great diversity. They may be unicellular or multicellular and microscopic or large. Examples of algae are Spirogyra, Lothrix, Ulva, Sargassum, etc. Some of these are found in fresh water while some are found in saline water. These plants usually have a soft and fiber like body. Various types of fungi like yeast and molds which do not have chlorophyll are also included in this group. See, this is division Thallophyta, and the plants belonging to this Thallophyta, they mainly grow in water, whether it is an fresh water or saline water. What type of water is there, they grow in there. And the plants of this group Thallophyta, they don't have specific root, specific stem, specific leaves or specific fruits, flowers, etc. But all the works are done by this unicellular plant, and they are varying. Some of them are unicellular, some of them are multicellular, some of them are very small, which we have to see under the microscope, and which of them, many of them are large also. So as a homework, you have to draw figure of this Spirogyra in your notebook. Write the heading Thallophyta and draw the figure as an homework.